Okay, here we are live from Orchid, California at Old Town Quilt Shop, and we're going to give you a little preview of what we're going to be showing tonight, and also a little information about our website and our email and our phone, so that's how you can get a hold of us. And of course you can always shop online, so all of the items you see tonight will be online. And clearly, if you're here, then you're following us on Facebook, but we also have Instagram, and we have some upcoming classes, and we're going to talk about all of this. We're just going to give you a little preview while we wait for people to join us online. So here today we had absolutely gorgeous weather, so if you're somewhere else where you're not having gorgeous weather, I feel sorry for you, but we're having wonderful weather here today. Okay, do we have people? We're ready to go? Okay, we do have a lot to show. It seems like the ship finally came in or got unloaded or whatever, found a truck to get itself onto, and here it is. So we do have fabric that has arrived. Some, I think we got the stragglers of Christmas in, so of this Christmas. We're already ordering for next Christmas, so it's crazy. It's a crazy business and crazy times, but we all know that. So let's move on. Okay, let's go to our first fabric. So this is a landscape fabric. It's called Grassy Field Green, and that's exactly what it is. It's supposed to represent a grassy field, and it does. So for the landscape people, someone walked in while I was cutting this and said it almost looked like felt. It does almost have a textured look, but there is no texture feel to it. It's just, of course, 100% cotton like everything here, and it's called Grassy Field Green from Beatrice, and it's $13.80 a yard, and it will be in our landscape section. Okay, then we have Rollicking Robots. I keep wanting to say I don't know. Anyway, I keep mispronouncing robots, but it's from Northcott Fabrics, and it's basically a black and white that is ones and zeros. So it's you know, the computer. So we have it with all of our other, what we're calling our STEM fabrics. So the ones that are actually in the quilt that's usually behind us, it has, you know, rocket ships and the chemical elements and math things. So, you know, we've got it all, the science, the technology, the engineering, and the math. So anyway, this is Rollicking Robots. It's $13.15 a yard, and it's from Northcott Fabrics. So it would work with any of the black and whites, but it is specifically ones and zeros, so it's very computer geeky like. Okay, all right. And then in the kids, we got one called All Around Town from Northcott Fabrics, and this is all the what do you want? I don't know. Trucks. Well, it's every, you know, mainly trucks. Well, there's trains, trucks, fire trucks, you know, ambulances, police cars, buses, a little bit of everything. So it's everything that's going around, all kinds of construction things and cars trying to get around construction. Anyway, anything to do with, if it's on the road, it's in here.
Personal favorite. Ice cream truck.
Oh, the ice cream truck, yes. Now we're all going to be hearing those tunes in our head. And then we got a stripe to go with it. So it's really basically more primary colors, and we've got the stripe to go with it. So that we have other things on our wall, our kids' wall, that work with this. So again, it's called All Around Town from Northcott Fabrics, and it's $13.15 a yard. Okay, and then let's move on to, this is called Fusions from Northcott Fabric. Fusion. Oh, we had to had to get rid of the S because it's only fusion. Yep. We only did one fusion here, but we bought two, so we can call them fusions. Anyway, $13.15 a yard. These are basics. They you know, have a textured look, but they're not. But it gives you, you know, a light and a dark of the colors, and so it makes they make nice background, they make nice blenders. So we've got the sort of blue.
It's called Mist.
It's called Mist, but kind of a blue aqua, and then we've got more of a gray, and it's a gray that, I don't know, tends to be a little more blue, but maybe it depends on what it's up against. But anyway, so these would be in our basics and fusions from Northcott. Fusion, but we got two, so there's fusions. Okay, Enchanted Seas, and this is a Patrick Lose fabric, and as always, his are, you know, bright colors, and we've got turtles here on sort of a hashtag background, you know.
They're not as blue as what's on camera.
Okay, yeah, they're more of a tealy green. And then you've got the starfish, so the multicolored starfish on a white background. And they are all different colors, the oranges and the yellows and the aquas and the greens and pinks. And then you've got little, I guess they're sea anemones, can't say that word, anemones. But anyway, they're little sea flowers. Oh dear, our camera person is going to be laughing so hard you're going to get shaky. You're going to get earthquake fabric. But anyway, you know, it's on the teal background again, multicolor, you know, oranges and yellows. He always has happy colors and, you know, happy fabrics. So this is a happy little group. These three by themselves would make a cute 3-yard quilt, or you could, you know, pair, you know, two of these with something else that's here. Anyway, beautiful fabric, and Enchanted Seas from Patrick Lose at $13.15 a yard. Now from Banyan Batiks, we have, they're called Banyan BFFs, and there's no other explanation for it, but these are the ones that you used in the pillow, right? Mm-hmm. So this, we have a pillow in the front of the shop, and I know we've shown it before. I've forgotten what the
summery pillow is.
Summery pillow is what it's called. But you know, it paired, you know, two batiks together in flying geese. Anyway, this collection, you know, it basically is all the same chop, I guess is what they call it in the batik world, but on different, you know, using different colors. So you've got, you know, the dark, and then you've got this lighter, it's got the greens and the kind of violet purples in there. And then you've got a multicolor one, so we can kind of expand this one out so you can see all the colors. So, but it's basically, you know, it is the same design in all of them, just in different colors. So it looks different in every one of them, just because of the color variation. So you've got the orange with the lighter oranges almost going to yellows, and the darker oranges. And then you've got the greens that almost go into, you know, kind of a blue. So you've got the calm greens and blue colors. Then you have the darker green.
It's not as light in the lights.
Oh yeah, it is darker than what it's showing on camera. And then you've got a light blue, and it really is more of a
It's not.
Yeah, it's not quite that color, but I don't know what we can do about the whole camera thing.
We can't. Nothing.
And then you've got kind of a hot pink, hot rose color, very, you know,
Fuchsia.
Yeah, very pretty. But anyway, and we are still, 3 of its friends didn't make it on the same ship. Oh, 2? Mm-hmm. Okay. 2 of the friends didn't make it. 2 of the BFFs didn't make it. They're off partying together, so they'll be here at a later time, but we do have, you know, a good representation of that collection. So again, these are the batiks. They're $12.55 a yard from Banyan Batiks. And then we got Feathered Fiesta, and this is just a happy, happy line. Okay, I love birds and chickens. Probably not in real life, but represented on fabric, I love them. I probably would not be much of a farm girl with the chickens. However, these chickens are just so happy. I know, don't set off our alarm. I'll move back. Okay, so happy chickens. Look at all of them. They just have a little bit of attitude to them. Who can help but like these chickens with attitude? They're so pleased with themselves, all dressed up pretty colors. All right, and then we got, well, everything that goes with it. So there is a border stripe. So again, those chickens having their little attitudes here. Just love it. And then all the fabrics that go with it. So the multicolor that goes with all of those chickens, and then the kind of well, it's a yellow, but it's an orangey yellow, and a more of an orangey red, and a teal. And then you've got the all over chickens on a kind of a creamy white background, and a stripe, because no collection is complete without a beautiful stripe. Or a dot, but in this case they didn't offer a dot. I know, sort of, well, yeah. Okay, and then we got flowers. So the flowers on the yellow background, and the flowers on, I think this is a deep blue.
No,
oh, is
it's
it black?
Yeah.
Okay. On a black background, and then it's not really a cream, it's, gosh, I don't know what you would call this, almost a peach.
Yeah.
It's a very pale, peachy color. And then look at their little feathers. They've been strutting around so much they lost a few, so there they are, so cute. But anyway, very, very pretty, and it came with a free pattern to download called Feathered Fiesta. And really, I mean, these fabrics would just make such cute quilts. So anyway, Feathered Fiesta from...
This would be nice cut up into placemats.
Yes, yes. I mean, you could do, kitcheny things with this. So Feathered Fiesta is from P&B Textiles. It's $13.45 a yard. And yes, these, I didn't measure what each of these blocks are on here, but
the panel is 40 by 45.
Okay, the panel is 40 by 45, so it's more than a yard panel, and there are, how many across? 3? So, yeah, so they're probably 12 inches or more, 13. I don't know, but anyway, they would make, I mean, this by itself with the placemat and some, something to the side, be cute. Just one of these other fabrics, or some of these. Anyway, Feathered Fiesta from P&B Textiles. Then we got actually 2 panels, and these are a little different. Okay, the first one is Celebrate. It's called Celebrate, and it's $14.80 a panel, and these are a yard. And they are 9 12-inch blocks, so they're 9 different 12-inch blocks on each panel. So this is the patriotic one. So it gives you a lot of options here. And as a companion fabric, we got this from Northcott, it's from their canvas line, but it's a blue that goes with this, and that's $10.99 a yard.
You're telling me it's not canvas.
Right, it's not canvas. It's just called, the line is called canvas because it has that look, but these are cotton. This is a cotton fabric, and it's $10.99 a yard, and it's blue, and it would work well with this, the Celebrate panel. And the panel is $14.80 a yard, so it's $14.80 per panel. Okay, and we got, well, let me show you the other one, and then I'll show you the patterns that we got to go with them. So then we got a kids one as well called Unicorn Magic. And this was Stacy's favorite because it's unicorns and rainbows. And if you know her, she just loves those. Okay, my nose is growing. All right, so I think I'm holding this the wrong way. So this is the panel. So it's, again, 9 12-inch blocks, 9 different 12-inch blocks on the panel. And of course, they all coordinate. So this really cute fabric. So this is called Unicorn Magic. It's $14.80 a panel. And we got this particular one from the Toscana line of Northcott Fabrics at $10.99 a yard. So this is the companion that we got to go with this. However, we have other fabrics here in the store that would match either one of these. So to go with those, they have these special patterns that utilize the panels. So the first one is stacked, and really you're cutting, I think they're 2 3/4 inch, I forget now, strips. It's a weird amount. It wasn't 2.5 inches, I know that. But you know, you cut that from the panel, so you're getting some of each of them, and obviously just stacking them differently with background to create the different quilts. And there are different sizes. They have cribs, the crib size, the lap and throw size, and the twin. And do they? Oh yeah, they do. 40.5 by 47 is the crib, and the lap is 53 by 63 and 74 by 87 for the twin. So there are different size requirements, and the crib just requires one of the panels, and the lap and the throw require 2. So that's that particular pattern. And then we also got this one called, obviously they used a different, they have a number of these panels, but Science Anyone is what this one is called, and obviously we didn't get any science ones, but these work with the panels that we do have as well. So it's the same idea. You're going to cut apart that panel and use those blocks along with some yardage for this quilt. So
they both take 2.
So each of these take 2 because these don't have different size requirements. It's 61 by 82. So there's only, you know, a one size fits all. However, I'm sure you could, you know, figure out make it smaller, you know, using your squares out of here and just less of the companion fabrics. But anyway, we just thought this was an interesting idea and a way to get several different fabrics only buying 1 yard. So just kind of fun. So both of those will, you know, be on the website. So it's Celebrate panel and the Unicorn Magic. So they're both 1 yard panels, and in that 1 yard you get 9 different 12-inch squares. Okay? Okay, and then our straggler Christmas. So Home Sweet Holidays, and this actually goes with the kit that we had gotten, and we have one of those left. So Home Sweet Holidays is from Moda Fabrics. It's $13.15 a yard. So we have the little pine cones and the greenery to go with them, and the ever popular trucks. So the trucks are on black with the red trucks and snowflakes and the little Christmas greenery. And then you got the large black and white, I think they call these buffalo checks. Anyway, the bigger plaid. And then the red, why can't I think of the name of this? Holly leaves. Red, holly leaves on red. So we have red holly leaves, and then the check in the black and red. So I was looking at this earlier thinking these 3, if you just have to make a quick 3-yard quilt, this would be, for Christmas, this would be really cute, these 3. Mm-hmm. And well, really you could pair them any way you wanted to, but as I was standing here, these 3 struck me as a cute combination. Anyway, Home Sweet Holidays, and it does go with so we do still have 1 kit left. So if you need a backing for it, or if you bought one and you need a backing, we do now have finally the companion fabrics. Okay, now let's move on to classes, although this isn't actually going to be a class. Okay, so this is a new sample in the shop, and this is a free download pattern. So this is called Swirling Star. It creates a table topper. It uses the 60-degree diamond ruler from Krista Moser. So this is a free download on her site. So it gives, it's under tutorials and then free patterns. So the pattern, you really need to already know how to use the ruler, because it doesn't give you really the instruction, the cutting, it gives you the specific cutting instructions for this, but not really how to use the ruler with the strip sets. So If you've done these before, then this would be a nice table topper. So we used, well, Stacy used fabrics that we have here. So these are all part of some of the traditional lines that we have. They all have gold in them. So you picked 3 greens and 3 reds, and then a background. And this is what it created. So she did this without the strip in here that it shows on this picture. So instead, because we had seen somewhere that they had applique here, so she didn't want to applique, so she quilted.
Very organic.
Very organic quilting. It came out beautiful. So beautiful table topper. So if you need a quick project, I mean, if you used really, I mean, you'd have to get the smallest amount, either an 1/8 of a yard or fat quarters, and you're going to have leftovers. So
fat quarters, you have a ton of leftovers.
Yeah, if you use fat quarters, you're going to have a ton of leftovers. So if you've got 1/8 of a yard of 3 reds and 3 greens, you might have these at home. You can create this cute table topper
in a day.
In a day.
You can literally do it in a day.
But it does require the 60-degree diamond ruler. So if you have used that before, you've done one of the, Stacy's done a couple of classes with that. So if you've used it before, then this will be a simple project for you to get done.
If there's enough interest and there's time in December, we can maybe do a quick.
Okay, so if there's enough interest and time in December, maybe we can do a quick class on that. Okay, and the other one that Stacy got done, you can see I haven't gotten anything done this week. Still working on mine, is the Beatrice quilt. And so this is going to be a class, but we want to show you the sample. And this is made with the owl fabric. I forget the name of it, but anyway, it's in our kids section. And we do have a kit for this. So this is the crib size, and this requires 10-inch squares, which we actually just cut out of some of the yardage here. So we have a kit available for this size, which is the crib size. And the patterns have come in, so I know we have a number of people already signed up for the class, so the patterns have arrived. So this is the pattern for the Beatrice quilt. And so the size that she did was the baby size. It finishes 35 by 45, and it requires 10-inch squares, and then the backgrounds. We're going to be having a class on this, so we'll go over the classes, but this also creates a baby, lap, twin, queen, and king. So you can make it larger. We usually just do the small one as samples here. That way we have room to hang more samples. Plus we can get them done that way. But let's see. Okay, so that's all the fabric today. It's quite a bit. So let's go over the classes. So the Sew It Yourself class is the next class coming up, and it's on Wednesday, December 7th from 10 to 4. It will be $25 plus the supplies for your pillow. For the little mug rug that we're doing, we will supply everything. Okay, so for $25, you're going to get 2 projects done. You're going to get little mug rugs done, and you don't have to bring anything for those. And the Sew It Yourself is just, as a small pillow, you can use your leftover fabrics on that. Yep. So it makes what, a 16-inch pillow. So, and we have shown that, but you can see it on the website. The Beatrice quilt we just showed, that will be on Saturday, January 15th. It's $35 plus the pattern, and the pattern is $10. Mm-hmm. Okay, so for $45, requires no special rulers. And neither does the Sew It Yourself. Doesn't require anything, special beyond your normal sewing supplies. And same with the Beatrice quilt. Requires nothing beyond your normal sewing supplies, just whatever the pattern requires. Okay, then Whirligig Reflections is a Wonder Curve ruler class, and I don't have the sample done yet. We have, the books are The books are somewhere between here and Kansas right now. So they're on their way here. I just checked the tracking again today. They were supposed to come today, and they did not. So they're somewhere between here and Kansas. But that class is on Saturday, February 19th, so it's going to require the book and the ruler, which is the Wonder Curve ruler. So we're going to do, the book is actually a sampler book, and the Whirligig Reflections pattern uses two of the blocks that are in that particular sampler book. So you will learn how to use the Wonder Curve ruler. Okay? All right, and then the Illusion Sampler Block of the Month. And Stacy's been working on that and doing the blocks. Okay, so we don't have a fabric sample yet. We do have fabric samples of many of the blocks, but it's getting there. But this is a Block of the Month program that is sponsored by Banyan Batiks. So those wonderful batiks that you saw, I don't think these are, that line was in here, but they are, it's very, they're very pretty. But this will be a Block of the Month. The Block of the Month kit will cost $265.99, and we're going to offer it all at once, so that you will get everything, all 12 months of the patterns and all the fabric for all 12 months up front. So that will be in January. So $265.99 will be due up front. The only option that we're going to offer is that you can make it in 2 payments in January and February. The other thing that we are offering is an optional class for $20 a month. So once you start doing this, if you need the motivation to get it done, or you need help to get it done, then we will have a class on the 3rd Thursday of every month, and that will be an additional $20. And in order to be in that class, you need to have purchased, the pattern. So the kit, really, yes.
We don't know yet if we're going to sell the pattern.
Yeah, we don't know yet whether we will have patterns separate from the kit. So at this point, if you sign up for the Block of the Month, then you can also sign up for the class, but the class is totally optional. Now, a few of these blocks are paper piecing. Probably the vast majority of it is just regular piecing, but there is also applique in there. So there's applique, and it's nothing, they're not, like bird shapes or anything like that. There's no weird,
the circles,
yes.
And then those triangles.
Okay, so circles and triangles. So it's really very,
if I can do it, you can do it.
Very, what do I want to say? Beginner type applique. Yes. And so, it's certainly doable, but if you need your hand held, we will have classes for that. So, the $20 a month is beyond the kit, then it's totally optional. So $265.99 will get you the kit to make this 88 by 112 inch quilt.
And that's all the fabric for the top plus the binding and the pattern.
Yeah, so it's all the fabric for the top, the binding, and the patterns for each month's block. So you could do them out of order if you want to. Or you could just, I think we talked about it before. You may find, and they're big blocks. They're like 24-inch blocks. So you may find that, oh, I really love this particular block. I'm going to do, 3 of these blocks and skip some of those other ones. Whatever you want to do. I mean, it will be your fabric and your kit once you receive it. But we will offer classes if you need some assistance, or you just need that little kick in the butt to get it done. Come to the class so that it forces you to do some of it. Okay, so any questions on anything we went over so far? Okay, we have pretty much gotten our calendar out there for next year, which is extremely late for us, but that ship didn't come in either. So anyway, so we now have that. We probably will soon be starting on the following year's calendar, which kind of makes me crazy, but anyway. And honestly, the calendar is pretty much booked up. So hopefully you got your requests in and got on the calendar, and look for our retreats, because if you didn't get something scheduled for yourself, we do have 6 retreats scheduled for next year through the shop. So anyway, that's pretty much what we have this week. So unless there's any questions and anything we forgot to cover, okay, well, thank you for sitting through all of this.
Look forward to Black Friday.
Yes, oh yes, yes, later in the month, after, right after Thanksgiving. Don't forget, we always have Black Friday and Shop Small Saturday. And Old Orchid is going to be doing something special for Shop Small Saturday. So you're probably going to want to participate in that and come down and see what's going on. So anyway, so look forward to that. And of course, as in our shop, as you know, we always have some specials going on. So we will then as well. So that's what we have coming up. All right. So, and then, so some of you I will see this weekend at our retreat. Yay! We get to be in person. Okay. So unless there's any questions, all right. All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.